have Joel. Whoa, apparently I didn't try talking yet. We have Joel in at number 1. Who else is in there? I talk to you guys like you're in my phone, because that's what it seems like. So I wanted to start off with these guys. Oh, Charlotte in at number 2, alright. So, we have been waiting forever to get piranhas in, and a local guy was just like, hey, I have a whole bunch. Like, yes, please, please, please. So, oh my goodness, did we get set up. We've got 2 sizes. We got little tiny guys. We've got bigger guys. The little guys are around the size of a quarter on average. These guys are a little bit bigger. Right around $50 size, I guess. So $50 guys are $29.99. The other little guys are $19.99. Finally. So that's what the title of the video is about, in case anybody's wondering. So, and yes, that is correct, Joel. It helps prevent them from beating up each other as much. So, fun fact, which I believe Steve told me, is piranhas will help in a time of need, help feed each other by letting each other take a bite out of each other, because they can grow it back. So it's better to keep them a bit more intact and keep them happy and healthy so the batch stays happy and healthy by leaving in something else for them to pick at instead of each other. So we still feed them, but this in between, because little guys, just like little kids and babies and stuff, they need a lot of food constantly, very high energy, whatever. So this in between our normal feedings of not live fish is our normal, like, probably frozen food is what Steve would tend to do, but I wouldn't be too surprised if he was also trying to feed flakes and pellets. So the majority of everything in the store gets fed non-living food, but sometimes for the sake of their well-being, we also have to put in live food just to kind of keep them preoccupied. So we're going to start off with plants today just to change things up. Yes, sacrificial fish. So starting off in the plants, we got a bunch of new guys in after Annabelle's got back, so really chalked everything full. And she refluffed everything yesterday, so let's take a gander. Look at these. So pink and cute. I love them. Ah, these guys are up here now. They were down there. So she rearranged a little bit. That's good. I told her she can rearrange. I just help keep them clean. Because we got so much in that it makes sense to put things where... Because she knows what she's ordering. I don't necessarily know what she's ordering, so... Oh, now the cute little dwarf hygros. New ocelots. So, little Rubens, big Rubens. But a lot of stuff just grows kind of to the proportions of the tank. I would say that there's certain things that if you don't groom it, it's just going to kind of just get wild on you. So that's kind of your own fault, maybe, if something's getting a little crazy. But plants just kind of want to fill the space. So you have to kind of tell it what space. Oh, he's wandering. Let's put him back. The lace is very pretty. This one is getting some real cute leaves going. And so these guys, the Scarlet Temple, Red Ludwigia, the Super Red, I'm going to skip over him, and the Red Reuben have all done really well like in our basement vats, as far as like those don't have any CO2 or like super duper fancy lighting. They hold up and look quite good. So they are labeled as intermediate because you still have to kind of be aware of their eventual like fertilizing needs and whatnot, but they're not super duper fragile like these two and this guy, which is why they're called advanced. I would almost say that this guy holds up pretty well as well in the grand scheme of things. Alright, so going down. I see some. So, no one should ever promise you or guarantee, unless it's tissue culture, that something is pest or snail free, because there's no way for me to prevent somebody sticking their hands in these tanks because they're open, no matter where we get them from, how they're grown, even if they're grown somewhere where they are pest and snail free. There's no preventing, in our situation, the amount of turnover and the amount of hands going in these tanks. Even with our pretty good protocol of trying to prevent all that, there's no way of actually promising that. So we have these little notes around to kind of speak about that. We do try to throw assassins in when we know that maybe there was a little bit of a bloom somewhere. We keep these tanks incredibly clean to minimize any extra leaf litter and matter for them to thrive off of. So every week these tanks get drained basically 100% and scrubbed down. So we do as much as we can to mitigate that. We also, strangely, do tap water changes with no dechlorinator, which also seems to help keep down a lot of the pests, but it is no way to guarantee. And with how big some of these plants are, like I said, and how, unless you're actually tissue culturing them, nobody should ever be promising you that. And so that's why we do have our full tissue culture section. We're eventually going to hopefully be able to expand that again, but that is the only way, in a sealed container where it's been sealed its whole life, away from any possible pests and whatnot, to actually guarantee that. So anybody else who's trying to promise that, I'd be skeptical. So, things I have to put away. We do ship plants. Let's go over there and look for dojos. So anything that's on our website, we do ship to anywhere in the continent. What's the word? Not Hawaii and Alaska. You have to be attached. What is the word I'm trying to think of? Continental? Is that the one? Ooh, my husband would be so disappointed in me. Let's see. I'm not seeing any dojos. I know we're always trying to get them in. They've been, in general, on the more difficult side to get, for whatever reason. Oh, this is a nice little medium batch of Siamese. I quite enjoy the wee little tiny ones. So then I can send them off into some wee little tanks too. What is this? Ortagi? Whoa! Alright. Pista Grama Purple or Ortagi? I wish I had a few classes of Latin. And pronunciation would be just a little easier. Oh. Gimbal, what are you doing? He's looking at things on his own. Oh my goodness. We finally have a whole bunch more bristlenose in the store. That was rough. Bit of a dry spell there. But check it out. These are insanely bright. And they are not probably doing it justice on camera. There's some really nice males in here. It's a nice female, another male. Really bright, really nice. Oh my goodness, look how bright he is. Oh, the little balloons. Oh, there's a lizard in the back. There's a lizard. Oh, there's some more. There's so many of them. Look at them go. Oh, how precious. They are stinking cute. Look at this monster. Oh, Gimbal. Heavens to Betsy. That bristlenose is huge. I would say on average they do not get that big. So many bristlenose. Oh, and a whole take of pandas. Ooh. And these are some fun new ones, so have a sit. Oh, Gimbal. Right, not your fault. These guys are similar to emerald rasboras. Ember tetras, my bad. There we go. Ember tetras. Neon red rasboras, they're called. So what's cool about them is that they have the little black line on their bottom fin there. Just a little bit of a more unique fish. So if you're trying to do something similar but not the same as everybody else, that would be a good one. We do have Venezuelans. Little cute chocolate gouramis. Who are you talking to, Joel? Ah, yes. I will see if there's any on the cichlid wall. We'll be going over there shortly. These are called chubby plecos. How cute they are. Oh, we have lasers mixed with... Oh, brain fart. Peacock gudgeons. Oy, oy, oy. I swear I know these fish, guys. It's all that interrupted REM. I'll be dreaming. And then out of the blue, little Asher needs my assistance. Oh, there's a Kristen. Hello, Kristen. You made it. Are you guys able to see, like, who's all viewing? Because I can't. I can just see that there's 6 of you here. I've been looking for your video through Facebook, but I know you've been busy, so whenever you get a chance to send it. Oh, what? The angelfish. Oh, I love them. Most people are not going to like them. And I really can't call them gold angels because there is a type of gold angel. These are red eye, red cap angels. They kind of look like, some of them look like flushings too, which all that means is their gill cover is clear. So then you can kind of see. Bloop. And our cute little, they're so adorable. When something's so cute you want to squeeze it, that's what those balloon rams are. These guys are peppy. Oh, some Nemo Oscars. Very nice. And hopefully some of you guys have gotten a chance to come in and see Julius's new tank mates. Oh, hello, Kevin. Let's jump over to Cichlid Land and see if we can find those yo-yos, if there's any over there. Because there's other things over there that I want to show you guys too. Yeah, see, the lights are off. But big peacock bass. The Salvini is so funny. He just like really wants to pick it with Julius. So he's always like on his shoulder, like, come on, let's go, come on, let's go. Let's see. I'm going too fast for you guys, I'm sorry. Oh yes, we do have yo-yos. NM44 yo-yos. $14.99. This is actually a nice size. They're not so teeny tiny that they're difficult. Ooh, another fish. What do we got? What are these white ones? Gold Heckelei, aka albino. They're gonna turn out cool. Ooh, all that iridescence on a white fish. That's gonna be nice. Ooh, look at that. We have so many Oscars right now. What happened? Because this is not all from the same guy. There's a few different batches. It's crazy how fish just come in waves. Like all at the same time, somebody will be like, I want to trade in all my parrots. And everybody's trading in their parrots all at the same time. There's more Oscars in this tank. Nice size bala. Also are very beautiful. Albino pleco. Very rare to see. What else? Trying to show you more stuff. Ooh! To the pyramids. We don't often have these guys, the upside down cats. Some odds and ends in here. Very large, regular Bristlonose up there. Oh, he's sniffing the rock. Peninsula newt. Oh, there's one too. How cute. And then, itty bitty teeny tiny firebelly toads. How cute. Oh, look at the budget. Look at his butt. Oh, that is so cute. Anytime I see a fish like that, I call it an old Honda Civic hatchback. Because he's got a big trunk. Oh, so cute. welcome. I like these guys quite a bit. I know I probably showed them a smidge, but I'll kind of... They are technically an African, but because they're part of the Tanganyika category, Tanganyika is kind of a weird lake where a lot of the cichlids behave very differently than most other Africans, where they can be a lot more mellow, where they're really not dishing it out, but they can handle the aggression in the tank. So these Tritocephalus would be one that you could do in a semi-aggressive community tank, like say rainbows, much more aggressive tetras like the Buenos Aires, giant Danios. But of course, I always still like to lean in towards making sure those other fish are in first, so they have the home field advantage, and then you get a juvenile one of these that is still very moldable and can kind of grow up with that. You don't want to ever do in those cases where you're trying to mix cichlids and community fish. If you're really trying to keep the peace, you don't mix more of the same kind, because then they learn how to banter with each other, and that just kind of escalates their own aggression. And if you have a girl and a boy, they don't care if they're siblings, they want to breed, and then that adds drama. Same thing happens with angelfish, where a lot of people have them kind of misunderstood as like, oh, they're aggressive, and that's because you put in more than one. And I've probably told that story numerous times, but it's the truth. This whole tank is a bunch of sailfins. Wow. All from different people. That's fun. Maybe some of them were... Those two might have been from the same person. Or three. Cool. We got lots of plecos right now, so it's the time of the year that's good to chuck them in your pond, because it's nice and warm out. I have mine outside right now too. So, get a big pleco. Really inexpensive for such a good algae eater out in the pond, because even though they're duds once they're in an aquarium at that size, a lot of times, they kick back into gear when they're outside, because they're like, oh, wow, more space. Alright, Joel. At this point in time, yes. And I presume Amanda's been doing the stuff for saltwater, so leaving that for Sunday evenings. And as always, you should be able to watch everything afterwards, so... Ooh. Here's a new product I can show you. So, it is biomedia in a can with beneficial bacteria. So, think of this as taking, being able to just get two products in one, where you have biomedia that you're buying, and then you're also buying a shelf-stable beneficial bacteria. So, it is not the same as that, because that is oxygenated and fed beneficial bacteria. So you're making sure that it's kind of readily being alive, because this is also marketed specifically for fresh or salt, just like seed is. So when you've got a bacteria that's like that, it's not in necessarily fresh water, like, oh, you can only do fresh water, like those are. Those are intended to be kind of ready to go. You've got a little bit of biomedia that you're getting at the same time as you're getting beneficial bacteria. So it'd be like getting matrix or any other ball type media. We've got balls down there. So that's just like a little combo. But like I mentioned, nothing is like this and this as far as establishing a tank. Nothing sealed up without oxygen it's never gonna be as potent as getting something like this. So just wanted to keep that in mind. Oh, we got a new freezer. Look at that. It's a smidge smaller, so we did have to drop a few products, but only really poor performers. So feel free that if you don't see your particular product in here, because maybe it hit the chopping block, we possibly have it in the back still. I don't know if they have a discounted price at this point, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. So, in case you're wondering where anything went, this is also better for me, because it's a little shorter. So, I think we're still like polishing it up a little bit, but we had to get a new freezer. It does not have to take big ol' electricity like the other one did, and which also is super helpful because routinely our power goes out, and if we can't, the other one, we would hope that the power went out during winter so we could just push the whole thing outside. But when the power goes out in the summer and you can't hook it up to a generator because it takes, is it 220? Yeah. Then you can't keep your frozen food alive. And that stuff, you don't want to go bad. So, I think that's it for today. Oh, good question. We're going to hop over there real quick. Oh, the price of the Oscars. Shoot. Yes, I will do that as well because we don't post Big Fish on our availability on our website. So, pods. Yes, we do have pods. And we have macros. And then really quick to go back to the Oscars, and then we're going to wrap things up because I'm already babbling a little too long. And if you did happen to see that Steve is here, he's only here to take care of the fish. He's not actually going to be here when we're open. So don't ask for him. Alright. Oscars. $89.99 for the guys that are in here. The big guys. The Nemos should be listed. So those guys should be on our website because they're small enough. And then the big guys over here are $59. Alright. Thanks for joining, guys. See you around.